Okay, so I'm going to try to go over, um, in this course, there's a major assignment that's going to be operated through Teams, Microsoft Teams. And I'm going to assume, because not many people have used Teams, so some people have, and if you have, that's great. This video will be for people that have never used it. Like, I'll start with that assumption. You've never used it and you've heard of it maybe, but don't know what it is exactly. Um, so inside of the Moodle page for the course, you'll be logging in. And the good thing is you log in with your STFX account, which is a Microsoft account. And when you're in like that, you automatically you can go to Microsoft Teams links and other links like that. So on the page for Religious Studies and Sociology 374, Islam in Canada, near the first you have a lot of your information. And down a little bit will be assignments. And one of them is going to be a link to your Teams groups and for the major assignment. So your instructor is going to go over a couple of different things with you, and like more detail than this will. And also, this is early days, so we're only setting it up right now, and I just want to make sure that you know how Teams works. The instructions will change a little bit before the course starts. So you can see how this is asking me to open the Teams app, or I can cancel that and just use the web app instead. I like using the web app. You can, as a STFX student, you've paid for your Microsoft subscription through your tuition. So you can actually download all the apps like Word, PowerPoint, and everything, and you're not charged again for it. You actually can use those as desktop apps. And I can show that in a different video, but basically you'd log into Office 365, and then there's a spot up in the top right corner that would say download the apps on your desktop, and then you would have them on your desktop and you could write Word documents or PowerPoints. You can also do those on the browser, just like I'm going to do here. So let's just use the web app. And so it's going to ask me to sign in again. No, and I don't want that. I want to go in with a different account. Since I'm already signed into Moodle, it should just take me here. Okay. So it's taking me into Teams. I have a lot of teams. Many of you will just have one team, maybe two, and yours is going to be called Religious Studies 375, Social 374 group. And you would click on here, and it comes up. It's just kind of plain. There's a general post area, so you could ask some questions and stuff. I started a couple of different things at the top. And also there's a files section. So like at the beginning, you're going to see a general, like this is a general channel for Teams. There's like a sub menu on the side here. And there's also a menu across the top here. And so you have posts. So there may be some sort of an announcement here or anything like that. And also files. And files would go under here. There's no files yet for the general, but in the groups, so whatever group you belong to, you would only see, say if you're in group 2, you'll only see the group 2 channel, and you would be able to click on that. Again, there's more posts that can go here, and it's specifically when you're in the group 1, you can do a post, and it's kind of a little discussion spot for posting. This is not the official discussion board. The official discussion board will be on Moodle. This will be a spot where you can say, hey, I added this for the group, and you can talk to your group members. The great thing with Teams is you can talk to each other. You can do chats, and you can also meet with everybody. Careful with the meet now. I mean, you might want to just call people using the call button, and you could call anybody. You just type in their name and you'd be able to call them. Um, and then you could do video chat, and then you could share your screens and work on stuff. So once you're in a team, you'll have a channel over here, and maybe your group two. I'm just going to use group two as my example. So in group two, you have your posts, you have your files, and your files go here. So what's going to be in here is there's probably going to be a Word document and an Excel spreadsheet. The Excel spreadsheet is meant for your interesting things that you find. Like, say, you're going to find a book or an article, or maybe it's a web page, a link. So that's why it says links there. So we'll open it up, and you'll see it just opens up inside of Teams. This is a living document. So as long as 3 people are in here, you'll see if they're active, they'll be up here and there'll be a little icon for them. And you'd see their cursor typing stuff in. You never have to save a document. You never have to send it to anyone, because the ones that have access will be able to access it the same way you just did. And you can type in your name, the link, or maybe it's not just a link. Maybe it's a book, or like we said, a bibliography of some sort that you might have to put in for a magazine or a journal, and you might have to put that in here instead of a link. And then you have to put in whether it's a popular, like what it is exactly. Is it a just a social and popular thing? Is it a organization like say Nova Scotia Health, or is it academic? Like, did you find it on the library's website? So you'd put that in here, like academic, organization, or popular. So this CBC link that I just put in is a popular link, obviously. And then you have your comments over here, and it'll just fill in as needed for the comments on each thing. The next person would put in the next row, so they could type in and edit here and put in someone else's name, and then another link, and it could be anything. And then you do the same thing here. So that's your spreadsheet, and you would just add your ideas and stuff in here, and you want to organize them in terms of like your topics, and like you want to structure this a little bit so you can move these around as well. So learn a little bit about Excel, and learn a little bit about Word documents and stuff like that. And you should be able to take that and move it around if you had to. Like, I can move it down there, and and then if I want, I can move it back up again, and I'll just put it back where it was. There. So you can move that around. And let me just make that a little smaller. And now I'm going to close that. So that's in files. So you'll have other things there. You'll have links. You might have a Word document. If you need to add something, you can add with the new button your own Word document or Excel or PowerPoint. There should be PowerPoints here as well. Let me just take a look for another group. I thought I set up a couple of groups with PowerPoints and stuff. So let me go files. So group one has a PowerPoint. It's blank. So this is where you would do part of your major assignment, and how that's going to work is will be in the instructions from the instructor. But you can see you can all work on it together online asynchronously. So like someone could be working on slide one, someone could work on another slide. So you could just add another slide, and maybe one person works on one, and then later on you'd shift them around to make sure you have them where you want. And then you'd finish up your whole slide and stuff, and you have your notes as well. So you can see how Teams is everything. It can be PowerPoint, it can be Excel, it can be Word, it can be any of these. It can just throw a link in. The other interesting thing besides having files is, so you have this file management that's here, that everybody that's in your group shares. Other groups cannot see your work, so you'll be fine with being able to do whatever you need to do in here, and no one's going to copy it. And you'll have your general channel as well. But then there's going to be this other tab across the top called brainstorming. This could be more of a loose thing of the Excel. So maybe you just have some ideas, and it's a whiteboard. This whiteboard is going to be where like I had the CBC in that link. So you can take a CBC just as an example. It's a quick one I can go to. Let me just take this as an example, and I can copy this link, come back to this whiteboard. The whiteboard's just a great big blank sheet, and you have all of these options down below, like sticky notes. So you can add a sticky note and type on it. Or you can just take what I have, which is a link, and paste it. And there is embedded the web link. And so you can just click on it and it'll play. It'll open up and play. Video might even just play with inside of the actual whiteboard. So you can choose and pick and choose what you want to do with stuff. If you have a Word document or anything like that, you can actually add different videos, links, documents. So you have lots of options here for other things. So you can use this as whatever. And maybe you just want a message in here, and you can take this and put it beside this and say, I like, this is an example. CBC and comment. Oops, comment. So you can see how, and it has my name attached to it at that point. So it kind of keeps track of what's going on in there. So, and this is totally a brainstorming thing. So and you can make it smaller to get more space. It's unlimited the space though. And you can go bigger to get in closer and zoom in and stuff. You can resize these things as well. And so it doesn't matter. You can do anything you want with the whiteboard. So this is the first little glimpse of what Teams can do for you. So your documents would just live here. Your assignment can be a work in progress the entire time. You can work on stuff, like I said. You can add your own little Word document here just so you can keep track of some notes in here. So you can just go new, Word document, and you can actually do some stuff. Don't worry if, like, say, one of your partners that is in the group accidentally deletes something or anything like that. If you are in, like, let me go to the Excel. And I'm in Excel. So there's two spots. There's this little arrow that's beside the title that has a version history. So you can actually go back and revert back to something from a day before or a week before or anything. And also in the file, I think it has the version history as well. And if you need to, you can export it, create a copy of it, and stuff like that. So for now, and I close that, it'll take a little bit of getting used to, but once you get used to it, you'll have your posts that you can talk to your team members with. You'll also have it on your Moodle page where you're going to be able to do that. And also, if you need to, you can email them, and you also have the option of meeting them. Like you can go here, you can even call them. It's not a phone. You can do a phone number, but you can also just type in someone's name. Like I could actually, if I need to talk to your instructor, I could actually put her name in and contact her. And not that you need to do that all the time. Like, make sure you don't cold call somebody. Like, you have to maybe email them or text them before you do something like that. And so that's kind of the etiquette for that. But Teams is kind of interesting for that. You should have a channel over here, general, and your groups. So like general will be more obviously generalized for the course, and then the groups are going to be just your 3 people, maybe 4, depends on if there's more people added or not. You should have those, and you'll have those like whiteboard and your files here. So please feel free. I know I'm just now repeating myself, to reach out to your instructor or STFX Online. Our email is stfxonline@stfx.ca. We are STFX Online support. Sorry. We're the technical support. STFX Online is where you register. But STFX Online support is where you go for technical help. And if you need help with any of this, I hope this is kind of clear. And I hope you are able to be able to do this. And then the instructor is going to be able to just, you don't have to submit your document because it's going to be here. Um, your instructor is going to be able to come in and do everything here and then probably throw a grade in here when it comes time to having the grade. Um, just having a manual grade and a comment or something like that. But the comments can also be on like the page itself on the team. Um, so hopefully this makes sense. And welcome to Teams if you get into it. And yeah, your documents inside of Teams become living documents. They just kind of live inside of Teams. If you want your own copy just to have after it's done or anything like that, you can totally just go there and I believe it's just save as, and it'll be like download a copy or as a PDF. But you just might want to have a copy yourself after the course is almost done or something like that. Um, because afterwards, like access to the team might disappear when the course closes. So um, yeah, you might want to get out some of the information. Some of it will be useful to you. So uh, and that's how the first part of Teams works. All right, I'll stop the video there, and good luck.